here's my example on the difference between intelligence and wisdom, and mostly on why you need both. Both wisdom and intelligence are different concepts. However, they are both very precious and very much needed. You both need them both, in fact. Now, intelligence and wisdom are different. For example, intelligence is a sense of knowledge. Now, I did read a little bit right here, not too much, and I'm just using some of my current knowledge that I know about intelligence and wisdom. All right, so intelligence, if you know information, know how to store information, and the word's being smart. Being intelligent is very important, for example. So is being wise. For example, if you are intelligent, you know a lot of things. You know, for example, if you're intelligent, you know, for example, depending on what you really study, you might be really intelligent at another thing. You might be very intelligent at analyzing fossils, for example, or skulls. You might be very intelligent in that. You might be very intelligent in analyzing extinct species. You might be very intelligent in that. But you could also have some wisdom with that as well. Like you might be wise and have some wisdom. Now, intelligence and wisdom are both very much needed. So, here's my example, guys. Now, so intelligence, if you know, for example, so yeah, you might want to learn about fossils, for example, and you're very intelligent now because you've studied about fossils a lot. You're very intelligent at fossils. You might be very wise. Now, you might be wise enough to estimate that, for example, you might be wise enough to make sense that you shouldn't put your hand in the mouth of a crocodile, for example. You might have wisdom. Just be wise about that, Wise, more awareness, more experience of life. When you're wise, you have the more experience of life, you see. Life, you have the life experience, So if you're wise, you have experience. As intelligent, you have knowledge, of course. Now, wisdom is more slower and complex, as intelligence is more faster and more simple. As wisdom more slower and complex. Wisdom, think about the wise, being very wise about this bottle. For example, I can be intelligent and look, this is a Mountain Dew bottle. You can see it's a Mountain Dew bottle. Now, how was it created? Now, first off, if I'm intelligent, I can know that the Mountain Dew bottle is, say, created from plastic, for example, in a factory, put together in a factory. But if I'm wisdom, I can think about, right, this bottle must have come from somewhere. So with wisdom, it's more of experience. That's one thing I know. Now, just to tell you that I don't know a lot about wisdom and intelligence. However, I do know some differences about intelligence and wisdom. For example, a person who is, now this doesn't apply to pretty much, for example, but for example, I do know some differences, for example, between intelligence and wisdom. Some differences, for example, about wisdom is experience, and if you're wiser, you actually being wisdom means that you would also want to work with others. Very, very interesting. As being wise, you can work with others. Now, of course, to have intelligence is also important, because if I was not intelligent, I would not be able to tell you the difference of intelligence and wisdom. Because I am intelligent, I can tell you the difference, some difference between intelligence and wisdom, because I'm intelligent. And because I'm wise, I can perhaps tell you about my experience from both. Example. Now, just to say one more disclaimer, that I don't know a lot about intelligence and wisdom. I do not have much clue on the differences. However, that wisdom is experience, and you need both. Now, you cannot live without intelligence or without wisdom. You cannot live with just one, basically. Trying to live with just one is just like saying, can you use a flashlight without the battery inside it? It's the same thing, You need the battery, you need the electricity for the flashlight to work, and you need the flashlight to see, It's like saying, can you use flashlight without electricity? The same concept. So both are needed, Could both go together. Very important to be wise and have some wisdom about experience of life, you see. Life experiences, and when you learn from your life, you have these experiences and you become more wiser about certain scenarios. And when you have intelligence, you can learn more details and stuff like that. It's very, very good. And if you're wise, you can learn more about fossils, for example. If you're more intelligent, you can learn more about fossils, you see. So anyways, have a brilliant day.